Welcome to this episode of the MoveMint Medicine podcast. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in to the previous episodes. We really appreciate all of your feedback. Please continue to share with your friends, your family, and your colleagues. Please like and share the Facebook page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We thank our partners for the podcast as the Fit India Movement, the Back to Fitness Clinic, which is the clinic that Rajat runs, La Ultra The High, which is the race that Rajat puts together in Ladakh, and the Moving Mountains Within Film, which is the film about the 10th edition of La Ultra The High.
Thank you, Darren, and thank you everyone for watching yet another episode of MoveMint Medicine. Today is a special episode. We have Dr. Sonali Chaturvedi from Hyderabad Runners. Thank you, Dr. Chaturvedi, for joining us.
Hi Rajat, hi Darren. Thank you so much for having me over here.
Dr. Sonali, so jumping right away into your professional academic background, can you please take us through the journey?
I am Dr. Sonali Chaturvedi. I am an anesthetist and a clinical psychologist. I did my anesthesia from MoveMint Medical College Indore as well as post-graduation also from there. Then I was working in various hospitals. Then after practicing anesthesia for 10 years, I wanted to do something more, something different. So I pursued one more degree, that is Masters in Clinical Psychology. I had this thing in mind that I want to shift from preventive to curative health. So that's why I took up that thing. Then after that, I've tried my interest with entrepreneurship as well. I am currently having a consulting company where I take up corporate clients, I take up individual clients, I do counseling for them, I do wellness sessions for them. I try to combine my clinical knowledge as well as my psychology knowledge which I have achieved, and I try to present them and give them the wellness which they look for. Then my company is also doing some work in AI in healthcare, as well as I have done. I'm clinical advisor for a couple of startups as well. So just these few things I do.
Thank you for that introduction. Please can you tell us about your fitness and exercise background?
My fitness journey has been interesting. I was a very active girl when I was in school. I used to take part in all the sports activities. And then after 10th grade, when I decided that is, I have to do medicine, I have to take up medicine as a career. That's when the story changed, because as you know that it is very tough to clear that entrance exam. So my focus shifted completely to studies, and I actually forgot that I had affinity for sports also. So I cleared MBBS exam, then I cleared medical post graduation exam, then work, family, and this completely my love for sports. It took the back seat. So, and I was not missing also, because I was very active and I was enjoying my life as a health professional. Then after my second child, I actually took a sabbatical, and then I started feeling a little depressed, as I was missing the thrill of working in the hospitals, as well as I had put on a lot of weight also. So then I thought, yeah, I need to do something. But since I was completely an outdoor person, I never liked going to the gym and all. So I thought of taking up some activities. So I initially began with yoga. And yoga I did for a couple of years, and I could see the changes in me. Stamina, of course, was increased, but I could see that yes, there is a lot of positivity which I am getting. I am feeling much better after doing those activities, and also the thing which I was seeing, that my immunity has improved a lot. So I was hooked on to that. But then after beginning my work, I had some time crunch, so thought of taking up cardio, where I can like burn calories faster and in like less time. So early morning hours running is the best thing to do. So I used to see people running in front of my building. There was a jogger park there. So I said, okay, fine. I'll also try. I was definitely very skeptical whether I will be able to do it or not. I mean, having a completely non-active life and then starting running was a little difficult for me at that time. But still, I had to give it a try. So I began running. I did one round, two round, and I could see that yes, I am taking up this challenge, and every day I am achieving it, and it is giving me a boost. It is encouraging me to take it up further. So then I did 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer. All these runs was happening, and it was a fun activity. I was not like very methodical going by training or anything. It was just like merely putting on shoes and going for a run. Then it was in Mumbai. So Mumbai people talk a lot about the Standard Chartered Marathon. So I thought let's try that as well. So when I went for the marathon, that's when the story changed, because marathons, I was like, wow. so much of positivity around, and it's like a festival happening at 5 o'clock. So many people have gathered, and it's all the paraphernalia, the camaraderie which people show. I loved that. I loved that environment, and I used to look forward to various events. So my running became event to event, and it was more for the fun, for the pleasure which I'm getting because of I'm doing any event. Then we moved to Hyderabad. Until then, I had done couple of half marathons. So when I moved to Hyderabad, I I realized what exactly is running. I met a group of people, Hyderabad runners. They are wonderful people who organize runs, who motivate runners, and it's very methodical. Like strength training, proper training plans are done. So I was like, okay, now I'm in some different business altogether. So, and in fact, even in my community also, we have a very nice group of runners who encourage each other, and then we used to go out for run on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays. Following proper plan. And then it was no looking back when it became full marathon, half marathon, number of half marathons I have done, and now this thing of going for runs and having that feeling, runner's high, which we call, is become the part of life. I mean, I cannot stay without it. So even if I don't go out for run, even my kids are like, you have to go. What is wrong with you? Are you sick or something? So and my husband also feels that I'm better off when I come back from run. So my mood is better. So he also encourages me a lot. So with two kids, I used to manage going for early morning runs, events, and on Sundays, spending so much of time. It's actually fantastic because it's like a party happening on Sunday. So lot of people ask that, oh, what kind of people you are. Usually on Sundays people like to sleep late till late, and you guys get up at 3:30, 4, and want to clock as much as kilometers, mileage. That's the important thing. Long runs we all look for, but that's how runners are wired, and it's a different world altogether. And I'm very happy, very much enjoying. Then I said I'll do something else as well. I took up cycling, I took up swimming, and there I was. I became a triathlete. I did a couple of triathlons, and now I want to do half Ironman, but that's require a lot of training, a lot of dedication, and I have to put a lot of time. But I am sure I will do that. I wish to do it soon, but I need to do a lot of training for that. So this is my fitness journey, and I'm still on it. Still have a lot to achieve. Like Ladakh marathon, I have to do, and I love doing marathons, runs in different places. So going to different I mean, a lot of people say that, what is different? The roads are same. You just have to run. You have to sweat. But we runners know that running in a different location is having a different effect altogether, and that's more fun. So like even Hyderabad runners, they organize runs in various locations in Hyderabad, and I have seen very good places due to my running, this liking for my running only. So this is fantastic, and I'm enjoying. I still have to do more.
You had an interesting journey. So, how are you combining your academic, your, if I may call it, alternate medicine or different ways of looking at it holistically, and how has it changed your practice, since you've been on this amazing journey of yours?
I'll not call it alternative medicine. I would love to call it as a healing therapy, and I think most of the doctors should focus on healing, right? So I combine my medical knowledge, that's my clinical knowledge, as well as my psychology knowledge, and then I want to wrap it up, and I want to give them as a wellness thing to my patients. See, when you are practicing medicine, our focus is completely on the disease. Okay, here is the patient, these are the signs, these are the symptoms, and these are the medicine which I can give to my patients. But now I would love to talk to them, and I would love to know what is the reason of having this disease in the first place. Because most of the lifestyle diseases, most of the non-communicable diseases, they have an underlying stress, long-standing stress in everybody's life. So I would love to talk to them and love to try to treat them, like love to try to give them some solution to their problems which they are having, at least how to manage them. So this is helping me a lot, and as well as my patients as well. Then since now I'm into fitness, I do a lot of this activities, running, so much of motivation I get from them. So I love to give them information about that as well, because as you know, if you want to get de-stressed, So running or any physical activity is the best solution, because those happy hormones which are released when you go out for run or do any physical activity. So now, since I have experienced it, I myself have seen that, I could tell them more convincingly. And since most of the patients who come to me are having some or the other problem, I have to give them positivity, I have to give them motivation. So for that, I need to be positive first, I need to be highly motivated, because all these while otherwise they'll impart their negativity to me as well. So when I took up running, this is such a helpful activity for me, because every morning I look forward for that 30 minutes to 40 minutes which I give to myself, because it charges me for the entire day. I'm like, okay, fine, I'm geared up for the any challenges which I'm gonna face. So this is definitely helping me to overcome my stress, as well as, since I have been experiencing the same, I can tell that to my client as well. And since I have experienced this, so I can tell them how to take it about, what to do, what kind of activity they can do, how to start, what will be the problem they might face, what are the challenges they might get. So all in all, it is like, it is helping me a lot, and I can give it a complete package to them.
That's a fantastic perspective that you have. Just to pick up on a point about your fitness journey, how important is it to have a goal to look towards?
Yeah, it's always good to have small goals and then achieve them, and this is how things should be approached by everyone. See what happens, a lot of people, they try to do a lot of things at the same time, like they'll change their diet, they'll change their routine, they'll change their exercise pattern, and at the end of it they are unable to achieve any of it, and then they get demotivated. So it's always good to have a realistic expectation, something which is achievable, something which is possible, and then go for the next. It's always good. Like if I have to do half Ironman, I cannot just go and jump into half Ironman immediately. I need to do triathlon, Olympic triathlon. I need to clock some kilometers in swimming, cycling, and then only I can achieve. Otherwise, I'm sure I will not be able to do it in the one go, and I'll get demotivated. I'll not be able to pursue it further. So it's always good to have small goals and then take it up further. It helps, and the most important thing in fitness activities is consistency. A lot of people take up the things, and but there is no consistency. Then on the way they falter, and it is very difficult to come back to the same level once you have taken break. So if I am doing, I'm trying to achieve, like suppose if I have taken a PB of something which is I cannot achieve, obviously I'll get demotivated and I'll leave it in the Google. It's not possible for me. So it's better to have one thing at a time and achieve it, and then go and move to the next. That's the way it should be done.
And again, Dr. Sonali, how has your practice changed post this whole discovery of physical activity or sports, of moving yourself? How has that added another angle to your whole, the way you look at medicine now?
So, in terms of practice, I do feel I am quite at peace with myself, and I try to give what I have experienced. Like, as I said, that I started on this journey because I had that hint of depression in me. So now I could overcome that. So now I want to talk to my clients in those terms only. If I am telling them about wellness, if I'm telling them about lifestyle modification, that's what I have experienced, that's what I am practicing. Come what may, I have to do this 30 minutes, 40 minutes of exercise. So this is what the importance I have felt, and that is what I'm trying to give that to them. So it is more convincing. So I think practice has changed a lot, and I am going to the core of the problems. My practice has become more people centric than the problem centric, and that's I think that is the way I love to deal with it. And so far, fantastic.
Dr. Sonali, so during this lockdown period, what do you think? How would it change things? How should people be approaching it? And the other point is, how would medicine change post this whole lockdown? So, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, lockdown. We are all in a very interesting situation, very unprecedented one, where which our generation has not been earlier. So yeah, it is difficult to be confined to our homes and not moving out, and that too in a fear, also in a fearful state that there's a disease outside. What happens to my loved ones? What happens to me? Like all those things. So there are a lot of stress which we all are in currently. So yeah, we need to be more active at this time. We need to work on our positivity more at this time. So there are a lot of things which can be done at home only. Right now, we can work, we can do strength training, we can do yoga. I always tell my clients or my patient whom I meet that please stay active. Please follow a routine. I mean, even if you are in the house and you don't have to go for work, still have a proper routine, have a proper disciplined life again, because it is not going to add up to anything, any good to you, because we have to work on our stress level, which we all are in, and we have not realized it, that there is some kind of fear in everybody's mind. So do some or the other thing and stay active. And regarding how the medicine is going to change post COVID, I mean, it's going to definitely change, as the focus will be more on the remote monitoring, it will be on the remote consultation, and IoT based devices. The digital health is going to take up the center stage. It was any which ways, in coming years it was going to happen, but now I think COVID-19 will act as an accelerator for that. So people will have more faith in that, as well as there are a lot of behavioral issues in people which I'm seeing. So need to work on that as well, like anxiety issues, panic attacks, and all those things. Because once lockdown is over, we all are exposed. Once we are going out for work, so there will be a lot of health issues regarding that. Then one very important thing which everybody is talking currently is about immunity. So as we know that like 83% of the people will get cured on their own. They will fight with coronavirus on their own and based on their immunity. So people want to work on their immunity now. They will be more focused on the preventive health. So, and what is the best thing to do that is to be physically active. So to adopt a healthy lifestyle, to have a disciplined life, to have everything in proper time, proper things you are eating, proper sleep you are taking. This is how we improve our immunity. So people are going to get more focused on their lifestyle modification. From now on, at least for a couple of years, I feel that they're getting more aware. They are not taking things or health for granted. So definitely, this is one change which I am seeing, which will happen, all for good.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience? Anything you've missed or anything that you would like to summarize?
There are a lot of misconceptions, or you can say myths, about running or about any physical activity which you take up. The thing is that people feel that it may lead to injuries. So it's not wrong. It does causes injuries to a lot of runners, as I've seen. But then I suggest always that you take up running slowly and read about it. Do strength training, make your muscles strong. Then there is no chance of running. But just jumping into running and then having a unrealistic expectation of clocking that much of mileage or having a PB of that so and so, that stress level leads to injuries. But if you have properly trained yourself, then I think it's a very good activity, a very positive and a very nice activity to take up. Then there is one more myth which people have, that weight loss, that if I'll do running or if I'll do physical activity, it'll lead to weight loss. But I always say that don't focus on weight. Physical fitness is a byproduct of all these exercises. You become mentally fit. It's for your mental wellness, and I often say that it is more important than being physically fit. You being well, you being mentally well is more important. So approach exercises or any activity which you take up with that attitude. Otherwise, what happens? We all know that weight loss happens in kitchen. You have to modify your diet. If I'm exercising, that doesn't mean I lose weight. And once that is not seen, that is not there, they get demotivated. So in first place, have your approach right, that yes, this is going to be for my physical fitness and for mental fitness. Weight loss I'll achieve, but slowly. My focus should be this. Then a lot of people, they feel that I'm thin, I should not exercise, otherwise I lose more weight. So again, the same thing, I say that why weight is so the focused issue over here. You need to be physically active to be mentally well, to be charged, to be positive. For that, like when we charge our phone, we have to charge our body as well. And physical exercises, some activity in the morning hours, some kind of this thing, this keep us charged. So we have to focus more on that. Not that if I am thin, I don't need to work out. I think each and everybody of any age should exercise, should do some or the physical activity every day, even if it is for 30 minutes. They should mobilize, because when you shake up your body, your energy gets channelized. That is very important. People feel I'm very old, I cannot run at this age. So even I was skeptical when I took up running at 36, but here I'm doing it. So anybody of any age can run. You have to read your body. It can be somebody can do ultra, somebody can do only 10 kilometers, but that's fine. At least one should give it a try rather than just like ignore it. I can't do this. Because that's the first thought which comes, but we can overcome it, and we can see fellow people around who I have seen a lot of elderly people. They are running, and they're running very well. So age is not a factor which should decide your kind of physical activity. These are few things which I would like to say.
Dr. Sonali, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. So thank you so much for coming and chatting to both of us. And everyone else, thank you so much for watching yet another episode of Movement Medicine. Until next time, keep safe and keep maintaining the social distance. Keep smiling and smiling. Have fun.